Okay. What is wrong with Nintendo? Why are they like this? Today, the reviews for Nintendo World Championships NES Edition started coming out, and I'm really excited about this game. I like a good competitive game, something with the chance to go head to head with your friends or to sort of play asynchronously by sharing ghost data, things like that, and especially online leaderboards. And what we found out about NES, or about Nintendo World Championships NES Edition today, is that it doesn't seem to have any online leaderboards whatsoever. Instead, Nintendo is treating it a bit like a party game. And this is just absolutely baffling to me. It is such a bizarre decision. And I guess maybe the reason I feel that way is because of the way they pitched it as this like global competition where people are going to be going for the best times. It honestly felt like the entire point of the game was to go online and try to set the best times and then send those times to your friends and say, hey, beat this. And they could see your times right there, maybe click on your time, see your ghost data, or just watch your run so that they can improve their times, see the tricks you did. Like dozens and dozens of games have done over the last 20 years. Like I'm going back to Geometry Wars and early things like that on early Xbox Live. I don't get this. I mean, I do get it to a certain extent, but it is just so frustrating because it feels like Nintendo and the rest of the world are in two different universes. And when I try to understand Nintendo's point of view here, I get it like up to a point. Like they were making, like, this is not the first time they've done something like this where it's like it feels like this game should have this kind of mode that is online and it doesn't. And people will point out, well, Nintendo, they're bad at online in all their games. Well, I mean, yes, but they've done good online stuff before, and a lot of times they'll do good online in one game, and then the sequel it'll be missing something. For example, Mario Golf on the 3DS had this excellent online tournament mode that people adore. People still go back and play it now. Well, they played up until the 3DS offline. I can't remember. But people adore this mode. I've played it a couple times, really enjoyed myself. And then Mario Golf Super Rush, the Switch one, doesn't really have that or really anything that is equivalent to that. And the thinking from Nintendo is pretty clear. It's pretty easy once you understand what Nintendo is going for with the Switch. And that is party games. Local party games is what Nintendo is making for the Switch over and over and over again. All of the Mario sports games have been party games first. That's why they have had very lacking online multiplayer modes. And, during the pandemic, this made some sense. I know that sounds counterintuitive, because you would imagine people were separated during the pandemic and they couldn't get together. So online would make more sense. And for most companies, it did. For Nintendo, they were capitalizing on families going to the store, getting a Switch, getting Mario Party, and one of these Mario sports games, and then like some of the bigger games. But they would, like Mario Party Superstars sold probably like over 10, 12 million copies. Super Mario Party, the one before that, has sold something like 20 million copies on the Switch. These are massive hits because Nintendo sees their audience as families getting together to play games in the family room. I get it to a point. And that point is here. And it making sense is over here, and it not making sense is everything past this line, and that's firmly where Nintendo World Championships NES Edition lives. Because while this might be a fun party game to a certain extent, it is for a very specific audience that is not families. Not really, because families do not care about these old games anymore, not in the way that I do and the way that I would with my friends online. There are so many games on the Nintendo Switch that I will put on the family room, and then my kids will show up and start playing with me. And I just don't really see this being one of those. Not in any real way. They might be curious for a little bit because the presentation is cute. because let's take a look here at the game. Yeah, the presentation is cute, and I think that it looks slick. It looks a lot like NES Remix. Obviously, it's from the studio that did that. Yeah, I get it, but the kids are going to see this and they're going to play it for a little bit. I think they're going to get bored, or they're going to get annoyed that their dad is like, oh, actually good at these and setting times they can't beat. And I think, the game might have leaderboards, but apparently they're local leaderboards only. If they have them at all. Again, I don't have the game yet. I'm getting it tonight. This is all based on the reviews. But I just can't overstate how I went from through the roof excited about this game to now crashing through the floor because Nintendo thinks they've made another party game. And we just didn't need this to be a party game. And frankly, it could have still been that. I also get an argument of maybe Nintendo is looking at the long term, and they want these games to be able to be sold for a long time, and they don't necessarily want to support all the online features or have this robust interface that requires a lot of maintenance to servers. Whatever. You can make this game that long lasting, the product it is now, and then just also have online components that if they one day get deprecated, if they one day go away, okay, that's a shame. It happens with everything, though. We're used to it, and we're not going to hold it against this game. And in the meantime, I don't get the point of this game anymore. It feels pointless. And that can't be a good thing to have people feeling about your game the day before it comes out. I am going to still play this game. I am. Again, I think it looks very cute. I liked NES Remix enough, but I'm starting to get the sense that maybe this is not. I'm not starting to. Clearly, this is not the game I thought it was. There is some online mode, I believe, and I think this is where you are. This is also asynchronous, weirdly, where I think you are. I think it's this survival mode here, where I think you are trying to outrun the ghost data of other players. I am beginning to think, and I'll have to double check this, but I'll just put this in this video because honestly, who cares? Nintendo doesn't care, so why should I? I think that might be random only, matchmaking only. I will be surprised if you can partner up with your friends because they just haven't said that here. Let's go through the video here again and see what it says about survival mode. Yeah, it's okay. Survival mode. If they pop up at any moment saying anything about friends, let's just look and see in this video. You can see that all those people playing right here that are getting knocked out. Those are the ghost data of those people going away. Will I be able to send my ghost data? Here, let's look at this screen. Will I be able to send my ghost data to my friend and say, beat this? I don't think so. How it works: compete in an elimination match against ghost data across three challenges. The number of players will reduce 8 to 4 to 2. The challenge order is random. Challenge yourself in the gold division, silver division. Test your skills. Literally nothing on here about friends. Nothing on this screen about friends. Maybe that's another option on a different menu. It's possible. I've lost faith that is something that we can expect from this game. Yeah, I'm frustrated. I'm very frustrated. I get that this is not why many people play games, is to fight on leaderboards with your friends and with strangers and worldwide leaderboards and things like that. But to me, that is video games. The challenge of setting a time in neon white, posting it, having everyone be like, okay, I'm going to go join that game and get on that leaderboard, friend you, and then try to beat your times, and then spending weeks going back and forth on one level is magical. And I was just kind of hoping to have a taste of that from this game because I wasn't really expecting it to be perfect because I thought a lot of these challenges might be short or weird or not the best. But to have it just completely absent feels like Nintendo is a bunch of fucking aliens, and I just don't get it. All right. Well, that's that. Thank you for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Don't get this game if this scared you off. I'm still gonna play it, but if you're like, hey, what's the point? I think you could probably safely skip this one. Otherwise, if it's like, hey, you want a party game with your friends, if you have the right party audience near your house that comes to hang out with you frequently to play a game like this, I'm jealous. I'm happy for you. But I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for watching. Until next time, have a good one. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.